Hello friends, today we will discuss GUJCAT 2019 paper solution question number 6, 11, 12 and 13 based on topic differentiation and integration. Question number 6, GUJCAT 2019. If integration of 1 plus cos x upon cos x minus cos square x dx equal to log mod of sec x plus tan x minus 2 f dash x plus c, then fx equal to blank. Here four options are given. First option is 2 cot x by 2. Second option is 2 log mod sin x by 2. Third option is minus 2 cot x by 2. And fourth option is minus 2 log mod sin x by 2. Here to find the value of f of x, okay, one equation is given here. First do the integration of this, then compare both the side, and from this find the value of f dash x. After getting f dash x, do the integration on both the sides, so we get f of x. Now let's proceed. Here this value is given to us, okay. Now first solve this integration. Here from right hand side log mod sec x plus tan x is given, okay. So we know the integration of sec x is nothing but this value, okay. So here also try to set the sec x function. So how we do, let's see. First here from this denominator take cos x common. So cos x is outside, in bracket we get 1 minus cos x, okay. So in denominator we have 1 minus cos x, so also try to set here this value. So write 1 minus cos x, but here we have plus cos x, so that's why to set this what we need plus 2 cos x, okay. So ultimately what we have 1 plus cos x upon this value, okay. Now separate the denominator, so 1 minus cos x upon this value plus 2 cos x upon this value, okay. After here 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x is cancel out, so we have 1 upon cos x dx plus from this cos x and cos x is cancel out, okay. So we have 2 upon 1 minus cos x dx. Right hand side keep as it is. After this 1 upon cos x is sec x, and here what we have, here we have this formula 1 is given, so 1 that we can write, we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, okay. So that's why 1 is replaced as cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2, and here what we have cos x, okay. So here use the formula cos 2 theta is equal to cos square theta minus sin square theta. This formula you learn in 11th standard, okay. So here what we have cos theta we have, so cos theta is replaced by cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2, okay. If here 2 theta is given, so we take half theta, okay. So if theta is given, we have to take here theta by 2. Now open this bracket, so from here cos square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2 cancel out, sin square x by 2 minus minus plus, so we get 2 sin square x by 2, 2 is cancel out, and 1 upon sin square x by 2 is nothing but cos x square x by 2, okay. So we get this value. Now do the integration. So integration of sec x is nothing but log mod sec x plus tan x plus integration of cos x square x by 2 dx is equal to minus cot x by 2. Here constant is what, 1 upon 2. So also we have to divide by 1 upon 2 plus c. Right hand side keep as it is. Now shift these two side here. So we get this answer. Now compare both the side, okay. Compare left hand side is equal to right hand side. So here what we get, this function is same on both the side, also c is the same on both the side. Now what is the value of f dash x, okay. F dash x is nothing but cot x by 2, okay. So after comparison here we get f dash x is equal to cot x by 2. But here what we need the function fx. So that's why now do the integration. So after integrating we get fx is equal to integration of cot x by 2 is log mod sin x by 2, again divide by 1 by 2, okay. So we get the answer fx is equal to 2 log mod sin x by 2. So option 2 is the correct option. Question number 11, GUJCAT 2019. If the rate of change of area of rhombus with respect to its side is equal to the side of rhombus, then the angles of rhombus are, first option is pi by 3 and 2 pi by 3, second is pi by 4 and 2 pi by 4, third is pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6, and fourth is 5 pi by 12 and 7 pi by 12. Okay. Now here area of rhombus is given to us. Okay. So area of rhombus, what is the formula of area of rhombus in terms of trigonometric function? Capital A is equal to a square sine theta, where a is a length of the side of the rhombus and we know that all the sides are equal, and theta is measure of any interior angle. Now here it is given that rate of change of area of rhombus with respect to its side. Okay. So here capital A, area is vary with respect to length of side. So length of side is nothing but small a. So that's why here we have to take derivative with respect to a. So this is dA upon small dA is equal to, now here our function is what? We have to differentiate with respect to a. So that's why here a is our variable. Okay, and theta is constant. So that's why now do the derivative of a square is 2a and sine theta keep as it is. Also here it is given that rate of change of area of rhombus. So this one indicate rate of change of area of rhombus with respect to side, and this one is equal to side of rhombus. So side of rhombus is nothing but again a. So this value is a. So replace here. So a equal to 2a sine theta. Now after this a is cancel out. So we get sine theta is equal to 1 by 2. Now after this step we have to check sine theta is positive in which quadrant. Okay, so 1 by 2 value is nothing for sine pi by 6 in first quadrant, and in second quadrant sine pi minus pi by 6 is also 1 by 2. Okay, here in first quadrant and second quadrant sine function is the positive function, say yes or no. So that's why here sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2 and sine pi minus pi by 6 is also 1 by 2. So this value is sine pi by 6, and here after LCM we get 5 pi by 6. So what is our theta? Theta is equal to pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. So option 3 is our correct option. Question number 12, Guchke 2019. The approximate value of 5 raised to 2.01 is blank, where log 5 base e equal to 1.6095 is given. First option is 25.4125, second is 25.2525, third option is 25.5025, and fourth option is 25.4025. Here to approximate the number 5 raised to 2.01, we use differentials. Okay. Now 5 raised to 2.01, for this we take the function 5 raised to x. Okay, the function that we want to approximate is 5 raised to x. So here first we assume that fx equal to y is equal to 5 raised to x. Now what is the x? X is nothing but 2.01. So x we can write as x plus delta x. So here take x equal to 2 and delta x is equal to 0.01. Okay. Now use this definition, f of x plus delta x is equal to fx plus dy by dx into delta x. According to this equation, find all the value. First, f of x plus delta x equal to fx. Fx is what? 5 raised to x plus here dy by dx. dy by dx means here do the derivative of this. So derivative of a raised to x. So derivative of a raised to x is nothing but a raised to x into log a. So here a is 5. So derivative of 5 raised to x is 5 raised to x into log 5. Keep delta x as it is. Now here put all the value. F x equal to 2, delta x is 0.01 is equal to x is 2, 5 square plus 5 square, log 5 is given. Okay, so put this value and delta x is 0.01. From this take 5 square outside and simplify this. So here we get the answer f 2.01 equal to 25 into this number. So we get 25 into 402375. But if you observe the option, so in option only 4 decimal places are given. So that's why after 7 here at 5th place 7 is given. So that's why here we add one more number. So our answer is 25.4024. So option 4 is the correct option. Question number 13, Guchke 2019. Fx equal to x upon log e base x is increasing on the interval blank, where x belongs to r plus minus 1. First option is minus open interval minus e to infinity. Second option is in open interval 1 upon e to 1 union open interval 1 to infinity. Third option is in open interval 0 to infinity minus 1. And fourth option is in open interval 1 upon e to infinity. Here we have to find the interval in which this function is increasing function. Okay. So for this, what we do? First of all, we have to find derivative of function. So this one is f dash x. After, equate f dash x to 0 and find critical points. So which are the critical points? Critical points are those points where f dash x equal to 0 and also the points where f dash x is not defined. Okay. After getting critical points, put critical points in f dash x and check the sign. If f dash x is greater than 0, so what we understand, fx is increasing function in the given interval. And if f dash x is less than 0, fx is decreasing function in given interval. Okay. So according to this, we find first derivative. Here we try to learn the concept of increasing and decreasing function using the graph. In graph, one function fx is given. This function is continuous function in the given interval. Okay. Now, here points C1, C2, C3 and C4 are given. At this point, here observe that at point C1, here we get the horizontal tangent. Okay. And if we put this point in the function's derivative, f dash C1 equal to 0. So, here C1 is a point where f dash C1 equal to 0. Same way again here C2 is a point where f dash C2 equal to 0. So here we get horizontal tangent and again here we get horizontal tangent. So this one is known as critical point. Same way here we get the corner. Okay, same way here corner. So these are the points where function's derivative is not defined. Okay, so again these points are known as the critical points. So here we have total C1, C2, C3 and C4. 4 points are critical points. Now observe the behavior before C1 and after C1. So here function is increasing function. Okay, so here what is the sign of f dash x? F dash x is greater than 0. So if f dash x is greater than 0, what we mean? Function is increasing function. After this point here, observe the behavior of the function. So now this graph is decreasing. Okay, so here what is the sign of f dash x? F dash x is decreasing. So from C1 to C2 interval, from C1 to C2, the behavior of fx is what? Decreasing. Again from C2 to C3, here the graph is increasing function. Okay, so here f dash x is greater than 0. Again here decreasing, again here increasing. Okay, so if f dash x is greater than 0, function is increasing in the interval, and if f dash x is less than 0, the function is decreasing in the given interval. And the point, okay, before which function changes the sign from positive to negative. Okay, here greater than 0 means positive and less than 0 means negative. So if function changes its sign from positive to negative, then at this point what we get? We get maximum value, local maxima. Observe this point C2. Here function is decreasing means here sign is negative, and here function is increasing means sign is positive. So if f dash x changes its sign from negative to positive, so at this point what we get? We get local minimum value. Okay. Now I think the concept is clear. Now find the solution for the given function. Fx function is x upon log e base x. So first of all here base x is given. Okay. To find the derivative, first of all we have to convert it into the log x. So how can we convert? Here we use the property of log function. If log a base b is given, so how can we convert it into common base? So we can write log a base e upon log b base e. So here use this property of log, and log e base x is written as log e base e upon log x base e. Okay. Now do the multiplication, cross multiplication. So here we have log x is in numerator. So we have log x base e into x upon log e base e. So this value is now become, this value is our 1 value. Okay. Now find the derivative. So f dash x is equal to, first derivative of log x is 1 upon x, keep x as it is, plus derivative of x is 1, log x as it is, upon log e base e. Okay, but this value is ultimately 1. After f dash x is equal to 1 plus log x upon log e. Now take f dash x equal to 0. So after taking f dash x equal to 0, what we get? Log x is equal to minus 1. Now take antilog on both the sides. So we get x equal to e raised to minus 1. So x equal to 1 upon e. So x equal to 1 upon e is our one critical point. Okay. Also in question, given that x belongs to r plus minus 1. So here we have to cancel out the point 1. Okay, so there is a one point where we have to take the break. So first interval, what we consider? The interval we consider as a 1 upon e to 1. Okay, because one point is not included. So that's why here we have to take the break. So 1 upon e to 1, and second interval is 1 to infinity. Now we have to check the sign of f dash x. So f dash x function, check the sign in this interval. So here we consider the point 0.9. 0.9 point is very nearer to 1. So that's why here we take f dash x equal to 1 plus log 0.9. Now obviously if you refer the behavior of the log function, okay, so here log 1 is 0. So what is the log 0.9? 0.9 is here, okay, so negative value, but this one is a very small negative value. Say yes or no, something minus 0.1 like this. So if you put here minus 0.1, then 1 minus 0.1 is greater than 0. So ultimately this value is greater than 0. So in interval 1 upon e to 1, the function is what? Increasing function. Okay. Same way, check the behavior of function in interval 1 to infinity. Again here from 1 to infinity, check, consider any point. Suppose I consider the point 2. Okay, so 1 plus log 2. Now we know the behavior of the log function. Log function at 1, 0 and except at all other point, function is continuous and having positive value. So log 2 is having some positive value. Say yes or no. So if we put here 1 plus positive value, this one is greater than 0. So again in interval 1 to infinity, the function is increasing function. So in which interval function is increasing? Check the option number 2, 1 upon e to 1 union 1 to infinity. So option 2 is the correct option. I hope you all are enjoying the lectures and your all doubts are cleared. Apart from this, if you have any difficulty or query, you can ask through comments. Thank you.